Now, number 4 on these 5 principles of conflict. Remember, as I speak these to you, you need to look at your own life and what it looks like and what is up against, what you feel like you're up against. All right? Because some of the things you're up against is inside of your head. They're not really a reality. They only became real because you believed that they actually could stop you. Let's proceed. The 4th protocol, or should I say the 4th principle of war, the principles of conflict, is maneuver. How many times have you been made to feel like you couldn't get anything you wanted done? Anything you put your hand to, anything you put your foot to, anything you tried to. And this is where y'all never understood. Well, the spiritual community knew. You know, they had to learn like everybody else before they actually stepped up to be able to understand why you don't tell people what you're planning on doing. You just pop out. Okay? Because when you tell people, you don't know whether they're monitoring spirits or they're people who are naysayers who are speaking against your plans. And then as soon as you go trying to do things, your whole plan implodes. It falls through. Your ship is scuttled. And you're trying to figure out why, because it seems so well crafted, because you opened your mouth. Loose lips sink ships. That don't just apply to battle. That pertains to the very things that come in inspiration to you, for you to do, to make something happen. And when you go and share them ideas and inspirations with people whom they weren't meant for, you allow the, should I say, the adversarial, or I could say satanic, adversarial energy to wipe or whitewash the blessing that was supposed to land because you revealed the inspiration that had came to you. But let's get down to it. Number 4, maneuver on the playing field. What does it look like? What does the 4th principle of conflict look like, which is entitled maneuver? What does it look like? Well, I'm going to read it from a war general's point of view. Those who have studied warfare over the centuries and have become some of the most prolific leaders on the battlefield to the date. Maneuver means this is a combination of movement and firepower. Don't get caught up in firepower thinking it deals with firearms. Firepower means where you place your ambition. That's fire. That's raw energy, okay? So I start over. Maneuver, the principle of maneuver is a combination of movement and firepower, either in a physical sense, a perceived sense, or in cyberspace. A lot of us call that cyberbullying. To achieve a position of advantage with maneuver, advantage means placing of the strength of your strength, or the opponent placing their strength against your weakness. I say that again. The advantage means placing of a strength against an opponent's weakness, finding out where you're weak. Once again, this may be in reality or this may be in reality or in the opponent's perception. Your opponent's perception, okay? In spell work, when people are doing energy work on you, part of the spell work is to get you to believe that what is coming over you is something that you deserve, not knowing that somebody actually doing work on you. So if you believe it, you enhance the power of the hex, the work. All right? That has come over you with people in the spiritual community, or if it's the government. And the government is the way that they have articulated how we live and move for you, basically, for them to have pit strength against weakness. And I can show you one quick example. With everybody having a job, if you're not a homeowner or you're not a business owner, which you pay taxes, but not in the bracket of if you're just an individual paying W-2 taxes. Everybody know when Uncle Sam comes and say, hey, April 15th, shake down, round it up, send it right here, drop it. Okay? That is part of the system making you feel like you ain't got no fight. Because if you don't give us what you owe us, we will do this. We will do this and we will do this. So that particular precept is placed against your weakness because you know that if you do not move forth or you haven't found a way to legitimately move with dealing with being taxed, you are going to suffer harm. So the perception of fear is that if you don't pay the taxes, then you will suffer greatly. And it will stifle your maneuverability, because when money goes to deplete, a lot of times so does people's confidence, especially when it's being taken because you didn't pay what you needed to pay. So that's just kind of my narrative of placing strength against weakness. And that's the system saying that, hey, if you don't give us what you owe us, then we're going to do this here, and we're going to place our power against your weakness and really make you feel it because you didn't do your taxes. But that's my analogy. You know, hey, go to work. You already know taxes is coming out the check. But all in all, there's so many secrets that the rich know. Because why? They work for themselves. That's the whole reason why they work for themselves. They pay payroll. They a part of their own payroll, which is why money don't look the same with those who have to go and earn their check, pay the government, and then get the rest of it and use the money where they need to go. It's just an example, all right? So with that, I'm glad y'all are still paying attention because, like I say, y'all are very, very, very fortunate. If we hadn't been living with the current state of events like they are, and me knowing that there was urgency to describe these things, I would have put them in the Grimoire and I would have sold them on my other platform. I'll just say that. I would have sold them on my other platform. But to give the collective the tools to empower, to understand how the militaristic compound predicates its powers over us, you, all right? You first have to understand how it's used against you before you can ever step outside of its grips to change the trajectory of your own life, okay? So since you know, now y'all understand what making sure you're actually able to stay mobile, maneuverability is an asset in this war. Just like not being suppressed, not being isolated, and not being found. At least not in perception. Because once your spiritual gifts come online, you can actually be present and not be found. You can be felt, but not seen. But I'm not going to talk to y'all about that in this video. We're going to bring this to a close because now we're going to move to the fifth principle of conflict, the most destructive one of all. And when your enemy checklist, when they have actually moved and they can see in your life where they have moved all the way down, when they get to the one that this video was about, it's only one thing they have to do to get you all the way out the way. And it's up to you whether or not they can do that.